There are an estimated 2 million children who have one or both parents in the military. Approximately 40% of today's service members have children in the ranges of 0 to 5 years of age. Supporting military-connected children and families is a journey of getting to know one another and building supportive relationships. Although military life can be very positive, there are also significant challenges. Change is often the biggest challenge for kids. Change in location due to relocation or having to stay with other caregivers because of deployment or long separations from parent or parents. Change in family dynamics due to absent parent or parents. Change in friends, caregivers, and teachers. Change in emotions, both their own and the adults around them. Change in parental health due to stress or injury. Both visible injury, such as amputations, and invisible injury, such as post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, or even death.
These kids live out there in communities. They live down the street from you, they attend your school, they go to your church. A lot of people don't even realize that they're there. And something I often hear from the military members, get emails and things from them saying, take care of our kids. Because then they know if their kids are being taken care of at home, then they can focus on the mission they have there. And they don't have that worry about their family being taken care of in the back of their mind. It's not so much about whether or not you support the military, whether or not you support the war effort. It's about supporting the kids. My husband chose to join the military. I chose to become a military spouse when I married, and my kids didn't have a choice. That's our military kids are living a lifestyle not by choice, but they're in this lifestyle because they were born into it. And all ages are impacted by deployment. Even, a 6-month-old realizes that there's a change, and they pick up on the stress of the parent or the guardian who's caring for the child during that deployment. And that I think sometimes people don't realize that even the little ones are impacted by this and whatever. It could be just a variety of things. Maybe it used to be dad would bring them to daycare or dad would pick them up. Now mom's doing both. Realize it's going to take the family a while to get into the groove. So once again, I go back to maybe mom's the one that always bought the diapers. Well, now dad has to do that. And maybe he doesn't realize he has to provide diapers to the daycare. Maybe he doesn't realize how often he should bring diapers, or formula, or whatever that child needs at that daycare setting, whether it's extra clothes, and to have that patience with that parent while they get in their routine. And maybe they're to be there by 8, and maybe for the first month it might be 8:30 or 9 until they get there. The same with picking them up. Just to have a little bit of empathy for them and lend support and offer a hand.
Look at you. You found it. Good job.
It's more than, it's like they need help. They need help. And so that made me think about it more. And that way, they need somebody dependable where they can go to work and not worry. Like I dropped her off here today, there tomorrow. Some consistency and routine for the child. And that is what, another issue that was very important to me. And I knew it was a need, and so I was trying to accommodate them, and also what I do today, try to accommodate the schedules. And sometimes they're hectic, and they have, no one else. Because family is usually away from the military person. And so I try to be dependable and reliable for them. So the last thing they need to worry about is, how's my child doing? When they're going to, especially serving our country, or, what they're doing. And that's my goal.
I think a huge thing is communication. Open communication between what's going on to daycare and what's going on at home. Whether it's a daycare setting, whether it's school, and that's something I always stress to families, because sometimes we have people who don't even tell the daycare provider or tell the schools that the parent's been deployed, and it just blows my mind. And they have, there's a variety of reasons why: safety, security, just not wanting their personal business known. But for the kids, I think it's very important to have that consistency and that open communication. So like, for example, in my case, my daughter would have night terrors or nightmares about bad guys chasing daddy. She wouldn't sleep at night. I could let the school know. So then the teacher's aware if she seemed sleepy during the day or emotional during the day, this is what's been going on at home. Then the school would let me know. But having that open communication, I think, between the school, I think really, really helped my kids deal with the whole deployment. That's very, very important. Even something that might seem minor. You know, I think with the parents and the caregivers working together to support the kids, it's very important.
So we work with the families, we work with mom, because, you know, mom's here alone, and anything she may need for the boys or, you know, whoever the family member is, and just give that comfort and support that we're here to support them and the families while dad's away or mom's away in this time while they're serving our country.
One thing that remains consistent in each child's life is school or daycare, wherever they go during the day. So home might change, you know, mom might be gone or dad might be gone, or they might have to go and live with grandma. But daycare and school, that's one consistency in their life, and that's where they feel safe, because that hasn't changed at all. Our kids are dependent on the community to come together and form that blanket of support around them.
Visit Better Kid Care, www.betterkidcare.psu.edu. We care because you care.